swear to God, if this guy stops to look at a close, I'm gonna fucking one-tap him in the head. Got a helmet on?
There he is. There he is.
Straight in the noggin. Dead.
For me today. For your mighty
I just killed 2 guys at the military base. Logged right in, they were right there. Holy shit. Right, so this is the Desolation mod for Arma 3. So I'll just give you guys a cool introduction from point 0, which is spawning on the beach. You just saw the menu there. When you first log into the server, you get to customize your character with a few outfits, hats, glasses, whatever. Obviously some of them are more camo than others. And then you spawn on the beach, somewhere on the coast, on Chernaris, obviously. You get a flashlight, 2 bandages, chem light, can of food, purified water, and a few Makarov mags. Now, you don't get a map, and you don't get a compass. You have to find all those by yourself. Which is pretty cool, I guess. Since this wants to be a very faithful reproduction of the original DayZ mod. Reproduction. Why did I say like that? Reproduction. Anyway, yeah, this actually tries to be the original DayZ mod for Arma 3. It's got all of the features that the mod had, like zombies, which are extremely annoying because they are very sensitive to you. And unlike Arma 2, you can't just hide in a bush or in a tree to get rid of them, because they will hit you through the bush, through the tree. But once they aggro you, you're pretty much screwed. You can either run away or shoot them. But if you shoot them, even more come. The loot is on the ground, as you can see. It's everywhere. Another bandage here. Another chem light, even though can't really use it. Now, there's a zombie right there. And if I move any faster, he's gonna hear me. But what I can do is do the slow walk. Push W and S together. If you move like this, they don't really detect you. You'd have to get like really quite close to them to get them to aggro you. I just picked up a hatchet and an unpurified can of water. And you can't use the hatchet as a melee weapon yet, but that is coming next patch. This guy's coming right for me. They roam around like this. If they run into you, they will get angry. But if they don't, you can just walk up around them like this. Another player spots you, you're kind of screwed, but you know. Better than having a horde of zombies on your tail. This really brings me back to the old AZ days. It's exactly like that. The zombies are a real threat. Players are an even bigger threat. There's no actual goal. You can build a camp if you find tents, but there's no actual way to save your loot. And of course, the Enfield. Now, I just picked up the gun and took the ammo, loaded it, and all of the other mags, just like an Arma 2. Which is a feature I've never seen in an Arma 3 mod. This is intentional to replicate that Arma 2 DayZ mod feeling. I think I can move a bit faster now. A can of food. Knife. You can skin animals, cook their meat, and that'll help you get blood back. Now, additional to what the mod had in features, this also has its own crafting menu. If you press Shift I, you get this thing, and you can see your status here. Hunger, thirst, if you've got a broken leg, if you're infected, bleeding, starvation, dehydration. And you've got a crafting menu. There's a lot of things you can do with this, and there's more to come. The coolest thing is that it kind of helps the medical system a bit. Oh, mobile phone. Mobile phone is useful for if you have one and there is a airdrop, supply airdrop somewhere close to you, you'll get a text message with the coordinates. If you have a map, you can actually figure out where it is and go get it. Usually just food and water, but some meds, you know. Sometimes you get lucky and there's guns in it. Matches, that'll be good. Another empty canteen, I can fill this up. See if you can find a map around here. A compass, hopefully. Drink. Food, water. Nothing really interesting. Check up what's on the roof. So yeah, traditional DayZ mod, if you had a broken leg, you had to use a morphine stick to fix that broken leg. On this, you can actually get a piece of wood, and with a bandage you can craft a splint and fix your broken leg like that. So you're no longer forced to come to the coastline where all the hospitals are, get morphine. You can actually survive out in the wild. Just like in the mod, you can boil water and cook meat off the animals to get food. One thing they didn't really get right is these guns, besides the Makarov, they're actually weaker for some reason. This is a 9mm, this is a 45, this should be stronger, but it's actually weaker. So I don't pick that up. Tin cans don't do anything, you can't throw them. And you don't need them to boil water like in the mod. I'm guessing that's a feature that's gonna come in future updates. But other than that, everything seems to be just like the mod. So I found a compass, still haven't found a map. I know where I am, but I'd rather have a map as well. So I'm gonna keep looking around here. See if I get lucky with a map. The server is pretty full at the moment, so I might even run into some people. It's a player backpack. Somebody actually switched backpacks here, so could even be somebody around. Right now, The reason I'm avoiding zombie aggro, because I could just shoot him, but pick up this paper sheet. You need wood and paper to make a campfire. Just, you know, paper's just to start the fire, and obviously matches, but yeah, to craft the actual campfire kit and then deploy it, you need a piece of paper. Pick another one. Just to have a backup. There's a tin can up there. I'm gonna go up on the roof of this. Just to see if there's some loot up there. This is quite dangerous but necessary. You'll find loot in the weirdest places. And sometimes it's stuff that you really need. So doing this is not that crazy. There doesn't appear to be any loot up here. But yeah, I'm on the coast. I'm somewhere south of Berezino, the factory area, just north of Salnice, I think. So I'm gonna start heading up to Berezino once I get a map around here, and then eventually to the northeast airfield. There are also some custom buildings on the map, like Balota has a little military camp there, with some tents, just like in the standalone. There's a military base in Zelenogorsk, and there's another one at Veresnik. And also the northeast airfield has been remodeled. There's a giant wall over there. There's 3 more hangars and 2 barracks that have been added, and a lot of trees around, so it's no longer a giant sniper campfest. The mod right now only has 6 servers. 2 of them are hardcore servers, first person only. That's the ones I prefer playing on, but they're kind of empty most of the time, so I thought I'd show you the mod with people and see what kind of troubles I can get into. Empty blood bag. You can actually use this on somebody and drain them of blood, and once the blood bag is filled, you can use it on somebody else to heal them. You can't use the blood bag on yourself, unfortunately. What you can do is find an animal, kill it, skin it, get the meat off of it, cook it, and then that cooked meat will actually restore lost blood. Now there is no indicator of how hurt or healthy you are, like we had in Arma 2, but you can visually see it because your screen becomes discolored the more hurt you are, and you can hear like your heart pounding and your guy breathing heavily. That hammer I just picked up is useful for setting up tents. You can find tents and... oh, there we go, a map. Yeah, you can find tents and store your loot in them. And backpacks. Alright, we've got a British assault pack and an RPG pack. I'm not sure which is bigger. I think the RPG. I'm gonna check around here. This is definitely smaller than both of those. Right, let's just test this. Do a little science right here. Another thing this mod has that's identical to Arma 2 is the fact that when you relog, your magazines get refreshed. So as long as you've got one bullet in the magazine, your your magazine gets filled up again. Just like in Arma 2. I mean, I don't know, I kind of like that for the nostalgia of it, but I don't really like it for the survival aspect. Alright, so yeah, the British is definitely bigger. This is only filled halfway, and the RPG is almost full there. Glad nobody showed up to shoot me while I'm doing this. But yeah, alright, so I got a map, bigger backpack, a gun, compass, everything. Let's pick up these. Right. So I'm gonna go in the forest. Get away from all the zombies. The zombies don't spawn if there aren't any buildings that have loot in them. So if you go in the forest, you're usually safe. There's no random zombies in the middle of nowhere. And they only spawn when there are players around. So if you approach some place and you see zombies, there's probably some people around there as well. Now, in order to get wood from a tree, you're gonna have to be in like a forested area. That doesn't just work on any tree out in the open, unfortunately. I don't know why that is. Just go up to a tree, press Shift I, find your hatchet, and then use it. And your guy will start chopping some wood. Now that piece of wood should be... Whoa, what's going on here? There we go. Should be in the inventory. There we go, wood pile. I drag this wood pile here. Got a few options. If I put some paper here, I can make a campfire kit. If I put a bandage, I can make a wooden splint. So this will fix my broken legs. I'm gonna make this first, just to make sure that I have something like this already built in case I get my legs broken. And now I'm gonna get another piece of wood, make a campfire kit. Alright. Wood. Paper. Any kind of paper. Doesn't really matter. Wait, what the hell? Oh no, wait, I put the wooden splint in. They look the same, they really should change this icon. Okay, wood pile. And a piece of paper. And we can make a campfire kit. Alright, now to use the campfire kit, just click on it and click use, and it spawns at your feet. And then you just look at it, Shift I, find your matches, use, and the camp is on fire. So this is pretty handy for cooking meat and boiling water. Problem is, at night this really gives you away, and also you cannot put it out. So in order to boil water, you just look at the campfire, drag the unpurified canteen, shows up as boiled, and then you craft. Same with the meat. This is kind of the same as how you would use a blood bag on somebody, or fixing a car kind of works the same. You just go up to it and press Shift I and a menu will pop up with all the different car parts that need repairing. And you need a toolbox for that as well. Right, I've got more cans here. This one's empty, I'm gonna have to fill it up. Boil this one as well. Now, food and hunger goes down depending on how much you exert yourself. So if you're running around, you're gonna get hungry and thirstier faster. Alright, so I've got everything. I can't put this out and I can't pick it up, so I'm just gonna leave it here. And be on my merry way to Barazino. Yep, so I'm around here somewhere. And I'm gonna have to get to this area. There's some apartments and supermarkets and some good stuff to loot. So I'll pick up the recording once I get there, because probably not gonna be much happening on the way. Well, I was gonna continue the recording on Chernaris, but since then, Desolation had an update, and they've added a new map, Podgorsk, and they've also added the enhanced movement mod, which lets you climb over walls and onto roofs and stuff like that. Also, by chance, I happened to team up on this new map with the YOGSCAST Panda, and if you don't know who that is, I'll have a link in the description for you. So yeah, this is what happened next. He's not talking about that shitty Lada we found. He's talking about Humvees and stuff.
On this server?
Yeah, there weren't any before. I don't know. They must have just added them.
Okay. Well, maybe there'll be somewhere where we're going now. Because most people seem to get stuck at the spawn point, just killing each other with Makarovs.
Yep. Alright. Once this road starts going right again, we should start seeing... Actually, if we go right, like now, just over the hill, we should get to the military
Let's go through
base.
these trees a bit.
We'll have like a vantage point on the spot.
You know what I've not seen so far in this mod? Like, binoculars.
Yeah, they weren't in the loot tables. I'm hoping they've added them.
Ah, okay.
Oh, there it is. Holy shit, that's a big place.
Yep.
Right, let's
Jackpot.
go a bit more this way. Let's take a look from the hill. Oh well. There's no more hill. Shit. Well, I don't see any zombies.
There's a zombie in the middle, but he's unaggroed, so there can't be someone here, right? By the
That's...
helipad?
yeah, I see him, but just because he's not aggro doesn't mean there's nobody here. But he's quite far away from us, so I don't think we spawned it. Fuck it, let's go. Ah, yes.
Right, now we just have to find an M249.
Well, I mean, it's not an M249, but I did find this.
Oh, that'll do.
It's got shitty iron sights, though.
Oh, dead dude in the car down there. Looks like a working car.
What the hell? I can't get this to go full auto.
Huh.
It keeps putting the weapon on my back.
There's a geared corpse down there, man, and a car that looks like it needs maybe one wheel.
Look, I got weapon problems. I just shot myself in the face.
I will avenge you. Or die in the process.
Nobody killed me, dude. I shot myself with the fucking gun that apparently didn't want to work. Yeah, I couldn't get it to switch fire modes, and when I shot it, it just killed me. Remember me?